already starting to see comments, so maybe it is on.
I don't know. We're just gonna wait. We don't ever know when we're live. Oh, heard something.
Yep, we are live.
We are live. Are we live? I think we're live. I see things going off now on the computer and other phone that we have around. So, welcome everybody. I certainly hope that we are live. It is November the 7th, time change day. So, how did everybody like their time change? I guess we all got an extra hour of sleep, but now it gets dark, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the afternoon around here. Oh, goodness. So if you're watching this back later, we're live now, obviously at 5 p.m. Eastern. Please leave a comment. We'll answer it later. If you didn't happen to catch the live stream, we allow these to play back. But welcome. I'm Andrew. There's Tiffany, and there's a little bullet back there. He says, the heck with y'all, I'm going to get by the fire. Because it's actually been kind of chilly here the last several days. We've had quite a few days in the 40s, a bunch of rain, and today it's just been windy, and I don't know. I'll say it's chilly. It's definitely chilly enough for a fire, but isn't freezing. And we're supposed to get some cold weather at the end of this week, actually next weekend, like 30s they're talking about here,
Bring it on.
which is kind of unusual for November, at least the last several years, so we might be going to have us a cold winter. So quite a few people in. Everybody's already talking about the videos that have posted. We had some major progress on the house this week. Yeah. And I already see comments about people hating the time change and everything else. I personally like spring forward myself. I'd rather spring forward, get plenty of time in the afternoon, and the heck with extra daylight in the morning when people want to sleep in. Nobody likes that, but it is what it is. So a lot of people watched. We had major progress major progress on the house this week with projects. Yep, we got the spray foam done. Those guys actually showed up a couple of days earlier than expected, which really caught me off guard. I literally got a call one night. It was already dark. We was out sitting by the fire, and they're like, hey, can we come in the morning? And I was like, oh, wow. I'm not ready. House is not cleaned out, everything else, but we made it happen. The spray foam just got completed.
Do your your whole, what do you call it? Gosh,
I don't know what you're trying to say. We're playing one of them games.
No.
I gotta guess what you're trying to say.
Your ADD into whole
OCD?
Like, yeah, OCD. Sorry.
Now she's messing with OCD. She called it ADD. What the heck?
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of it.
Oh, so she's saying, yeah, it threw my routine off because I'm scheduled and like things.
Gosh, it was about the.
Yeah, I went into panic mode. I was like, okay, come on. Because if there's one thing I've learned about this house project right here, or building a house, and how hard it is to get contractors, if they show up early, no matter if it's inconvenient for you, you tell them to come on, get over here, because it's been so extremely difficult just to get people to show up here lately and give me a quote. Things are so busy, people are so busy that you can't even give people money right now because they're making all they can make working 6 and 7 days a week. So it was perfectly fine that they showed up early. I'm cutting up more than anything. I did have to do a mad dash and a scramble one day, which really killed the recording, but that's okay. Y'all didn't need to see me chunking stuff out of the house and getting cleaned up one morning.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was chaotic trying to get them in the house. So oh, let's see here. So Rehab Life, who lives over in our area, says yesterday was miserable. I'm assuming he's talking about the weather. Yesterday, and especially Friday, what a disgusting day. It rained like 16 or 18 hours straight here. Never got out of the 40s. Just disgusting winter weather. Not quite typical for November for us. So like I said, I have a feeling we're going to have us a cold winter. And sadly, I don't have enough firewood. My phone has been ringing off the hook the last week and a half. I've turned down several people that keep asking me to buy firewood. I could have made some money this year already if, well, the house had to come first. I had big plans this year to kind of kick the firewood business off, do my firewood stand up the road, and the house has killed all plans from fishing, hunting, hobbies, and some firewood. Although now I've got to really focus on us having some firewood, because if it's going to be a cold winter here, I'm going to have me a fire every afternoon regardless. So I'm trying to protect a little bit of wood I've got, but people are calling left and right. Hey, you got some firewood you want to sell? I wish I had it, because I could sure use the money right now. Oh, goodness. So I'm going to breathe for a second. We're going to cook on this episode. I'm going to let Tiffany tell you what we're going to do, and I'm going to read a couple comments.
We are making Philly steak and cheese tonight. I'm really excited because we have a local store down the road, next town over, and I guess they're local grown cows?
No, they're not.
They're not local?
That's what's so special about them. We got shaved.
Oh, I thought they were local.
No, we got shaved
Okay.
top choice ribeye tonight. Something we've never done. We splurged big time to make some awesome Phillies. But this guy gets the best ribeyes, bar none, we've ever had, and he gets them all the way from Arkansas.
Okay. I
And
didn't
he's
know
always
that.
stuck with a farm up from Arkansas, and I understand why. There's perfect fat and marbling in them. They're so good, and if you cook them right, we get 1.25 to 1.5 steaks. You can almost cut them with a fork if you cook them right. So when you shave them down to less than 1/4 inch for something like this, oh man, they're just
When
gonna
I
fall apart.
separated- Yeah, when I separated them out of the package, they were just like falling apart. So,
That's what I'm talking about. So we're
I'm
gonna
excited.
we're gonna make the most expensive Philly steaks we've ever made right there.
Pretty expensive.
Yeah, that stuff ain't cheap. Speaking of, I'm curious. Okay, so was it last year before, we paid $8.99, $7.99 a pound for ribeye or Delmonico. Sometimes it'd be $9.99, but you could catch it on sale for $6.99. Now it's $16+ a pound. What the heck are steaks going for in y'all's area? They have literally doubled here over the last year, and it makes it to where you just about can't afford to cook steaks at home anymore. When you go get 2 steaks and it's $40 before you ever get to your potato size and everything else. So I'm curious if it's our area or if everybody's seeing meat has went through the roof. I mean, steaks are outrageous now. They really are. Let's see here. So HR Lee says, hello from Southern California. He got his t-shirts in. Thank you so much for ordering some. Love the quality of the t-shirts. Actually, I was working today on that. I did some housework today, but I took a few minutes before the live stream started. I'm about to convert our bonfire or our shirt store over into YouTube. YouTube's going to integrate it now, so whenever you watch a video, it'll be up beneath the video right now. I think that'll really help us for promoting merchandise. No, I haven't worked on hats. I know everybody's going to ask me. This has been a crazy week. I've had no time for nothing other than the house itself, but I did take one afternoon to do a little hunting and went yesterday morning. Didn't get nothing, but it was so nice sitting in the deer stand, especially Friday afternoon when it was miserable cold, at least for our standards, pouring rain, and I had a heater going in there sitting in that deer stand. That was so nice. I'm so spoiled with that thing. I love it. Wow. So Chris says it's $24 a pound where he's at. Tim says it's $20 a pound there. I guess we don't need to complain.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, DeVault says just seen ribeye yesterday, $15.99 a pound. That's what we paid. So you got the same price as us. Now Rehab Life says he got T-bones last week for $4.99. That's a killer deal. Although I'm kind of spoiled.
He's a snob about his
I'm a
steaks.
snob, man. We grew up not having much money. So if you got a steak, it was always leather sirloin. Chewy old break your jaw sirloin. That's all you got. Otherwise it was gonna be hot dogs and hamburgers.
True.
So when I grew up, I vowed I'd never eat another one, and I would eat nothing but Delmonticos and ribeyes the few times a year we can afford them. So but there ain't nothing wrong with a T-bone, especially for $4.99. I probably would have picked them up too. That's a killer deal right there. So I see Virginia's got them for $14 a pound. And I'm seeing $20, $22 a pound. All right, so I guess we're on the lower end, but sadly, $16 a pound. Oh my gosh! But yeah, y'all are paying more than us. That's crazy. So Andrew Martin says, "Good evening. My question is, how's your friend that got the first version of the ice maker doing? Are they getting what you was getting?" He's not measuring it, but he's thrilled. He says for the first time in his life, he went in there to start scooping the other day because he's always had to buy ice. He actually fills up a little cooler for work every day. He works in the construction trade. And he says, I went in there the other weekend to fill up my cooler, and I was feeling guilty about it. He said, then I realized I have ice. I have my own ice machine. He said, so I just started throwing extra in there, basically being gluttonous too. He said, for the first time in my life.
Ice rich.
Yeah, I feel like I could do that. I'm ice rich. So his is actually working very well. He has to run a water line, a crazy, like through a wall and up through a roof, and he's trying to do it safe where there's no connections, no risk of leaks. Right now, he's got things kind of rigged up just to get it running in his what we call a utility room, but he's loving it, no issues. Now, with that said, I'm actually having a couple minor issues with mine now that wintertime has showed up. I won't spill the beans too much there, but I'm going to start working on a episode this week into next week. Maybe in the next 3 weeks I'll have something out. I've got to make some modifications. Winter has caught me off guard for an ice machine, and it's causing it to act a little differently. So I won't put much more into it than that, but there's two things going on that I've got to address. Otherwise, mine's still making ice. We just filled up an entire cooler yesterday. Even though it's wintertime, I still fill up a cooler at least once a week. I went saltwater fishing last week. I'll get a video out on that soon. And I probably put 80 pounds of ice in the boat easily. So I've been hitting it hard even though it's wintertime. But we'll get another one of those videos coming out for long, especially now that I can somewhat relax because we got through a mad dash with the house right now. Well, let's see here. So, yep, Maddox and possibly Lennox is on. I see some people saying hello to him. Don't forget he had a birthday last week. He might have got a few little things in the mail. He said some stuff started showing up. Yeah, some of it. So that's good.
Good.
And he's under Jade Wiles' name. That's his mom. So if everybody's wondering why sometimes we're talking about, hey, Maddox, but nobody's seen a Maddox, it's because he's under his mom's account right there. So Cash says he butchered a cow and he has plenty of steaks. That, my friend, is what I'm super excited about. Next year, if there's any money left after this house build, and there probably isn't going to be, I want to start fencing in this pasture, and I want me some cows so bad, so we can start butchering up one a year and having us a freezer full of our own choice cut steaks and whatever we want. We can fatten them up the way we want. I'm so looking forward to that.
Getting his bed ready.
We'll just wait and let little man get comfortable back there with his ugly Christmas sweater on. Goodness gracious.
It's not ugly.
All right, so Andrew Martin says he can't wait. Your home's looking better and better every time. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was huge progress this week. I love things like that. Everything about that spray foam was exciting except paying them. That hurt. Oh, that hurt. But every time you go in the house, it is so exciting to see a major change. Things look cleaner now. They look brighter. And I'm not going to lie. There's some relief in the fact of knowing that I can't do anything else in the walls. I can't add no more electrical. I can't do no more plumbing. It's too late now.
You know, I actually thought about something else just a few minutes ago that we should have done.
Don't even tell me now you're going to have me tearing foam out. I'm trying to say we're at a stopping point now. Oh, and them sheetrockers need to hurry up and get here, so I'm really done.
I was like, oh, we should have blocked for that.
Oh
well.
Well, blocking's relatively easy. What you want blocked?
I was thinking that we needed like a coat hanger by the back door.
A coat hanger by the back door?
Yeah.
No, I'll build something special there.
Okay.
A little shoe rack and sitting area, and I'll build something special for that. And I can find studs for that. I got me.
Because the last one we had, it was pretty weighted down.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, I'll build us a special coat rack. See, she's already wanting me to tear foam out and do more blocking. But probably blocking for a coat rack would have been a great idea. See, you can't think of everything, everybody. Mm-hmm. All right, next episode, we're tearing out foam, and we're doing more blocking. And might do a little more electrical while we're at it. That's one of the first things some people said, hey, no more electrical videos.
Right.
Until we have to start putting in switches and outlets and breakers. So, yeah, there's plenty more electrical coming, but no more electrical wire running. We're done now. And I can't run another thing in the attic because them guys have got 8 inches of spray foam up there. There's nothing I can do now other than come through the floor and running on the outside of that. And I'm not going to do that unless it's an emergency or something I have to add. Oh, goodness. So Harrison says his solo stove is rocking right now. I want one of those so bad. Which model do you have? I want the Bonfire because it being smokeless, I think we can put it on our back porch because the roof is so high, it'll never smud up the roof. The heat won't make it up there. And we're thinking that if we want a smaller solo stove or smaller fire pit to burn, but don't want to smoke out that porch, that might be the perfect option. So I'm hoping you have the Bonfire. I'm really wanting that model right now. But I ain't gonna lie, I've really been thinking about building me a smokeless fire pit too. That's on my project list. So I could wind up doing one of those projects on the channel down the road too. So Riding Out says it's sad seeing the house come along as fast as it is for us viewers anyways. I'm sure it's not going fast enough for you guys.
Yeah.
She says, yeah, no, it's not. I want to be in there now. The heck with you viewers. I get what you're saying. But here's the thing. Everybody's attached to this project, and I totally get that. I'm attached to this project. I'm going to be so unbelievably happy when the house is done and we can live in it. And I bet it's not going to take more than a week or two before I'm going to be like, okay, the last year of my life, every day was devoted to building something and having purpose and meaning, I'm going to have to find something else to do. So I promise you, there's going to be projects for the rest of the life that this channel exists. Heck, financially, I would love to just go right on in and do an addition on the house, but we'll have to save for quite a while. But then we're going to have animal pens, chicken coops to build, pasture things to do. Oh my goodness, more outbuildings to build. We got the outdoor bar and kitchen area to build. We're going to build a deck eventually. So we're going to keep you strung along for a long time with building. So once the house is done, it's not technically done. We have a lot more coming. But I get exactly what you're saying. It's going to be kind of the end of something major, and it's kind of, what do you do now? Trust me. I've got plenty of ideas.
He's got plenty of ideas.
I don't sit still. I don't sit still at all. I can't do it. So I see Mr. Jimmy's back on here. Good to see you, sir. I know you went through a rough time with a loss in your family. You know, we've all talked about that the last few live streams. So happy to see you back on here. Hope you and your family are doing well. Thoughts and prayers are still with you.
Yes, Mr. Jimmy.
All right, so Mr. Arnie says he's caught up. He's normal now, but it was 3 minutes late. Played the show 1.5 times normal speed and caught up. Well, that may work for my slow-speaking southern tongue. 1.5 times may get me up to talking normal, so I guess you can always speed up. So Mark Willer says, he says sometimes in March when the house is done. Yes, I need to do that this week on a video. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot last week. I absolutely forgot to we'll do a drawing. So
not reminding you anymore.
Well, what I may do is a community tab because I can do polls on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but a lot of people, don't get notifications
tab.
on community tabs because y'all are not either subscribed or y'all haven't clicked the bell icon. So anytime under a video, there's that subscribe button. Right to the right of it is a little bell icon. If you click on that, click on all notifications. When I post pictures and do daily updates or do a poll like I'm thinking about doing for the big giveaway for somebody guessing the house date, it'll notify you and then you can participate in it. But I think that's going to be the easiest way to do. I'll do a poll, let everybody guess a date. I may do it on a video. I got to make my mind up. But we'll have to cut it off at a certain time because if we left the video running and people could comment right up a week before they seen the house is going to be done, well, somebody's going to nail it. So we'll have to let it run for a couple of days, cut it off, and then I can always refer back to that video and we'll pick a winner. Whoever picks the closest date to us getting the CO from the inspector, the final, hey, here's the sign off, here's the keys to the house, so to speak. We'll do some big giveaway to kind of celebrate, you know, this, heck, it'll be a year plus long journey at that point, no doubt. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll absolutely do that. So Bat Creek Cabin says, hello from the mountains, Virginia. I bet it feels awesome up there, which it's felt fantastic here the last several days too. Love it. And Brad says he's in the house. Well, welcome, Brad. Glad you're here. And so Kenneth says, if you really want to tear out some foam, oh man, here we go. Oh, don't get me thinking now. He said, put up OSB or a USB outlet over the sofa on the nightstands. Very handy. Well, yeah, we could. Problem is, we're still not 100% sure where the sofas are going to go just yet, but I've got enough outlets in that general area. I think a phone charger can reach over there just fine.
Well, and maybe the couch might.
Yeah, but say we're thinking about a couch that'll actually be powered and have that stuff in it. We'll just have to kind of run a cord over there to the wall, which is not that big of a deal. We didn't run any concrete outlets in the floor because we weren't 100% sure of the setup of the house. We're still really not. We know the general area the TV and all obviously is going to go, but I didn't want to put outlets out in the middle of the floor in case a couch wasn't going to be there. But I think we're going to be okay. We may get us a couch that actually has, you know, charging devices, things like that. So, Julie brings up a good point. She watches on Roku or the YouTube app on iPad, and the community tabs only show up on the phone. Well, that's something YouTube needs to get their butt in gear on. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So maybe we will do it for a video then, because I know a lot of people don't watch on phones like I typically do.
But, I mean, I guess you can't comment from the TV either, so you would have to get on the phone, right? You can't comment if you're on the TV.
You might be able to. I don't know. I don't watch YouTube on TV. Yeah, they might be able to. Not really sure. Not sure at all. Yep, see, I've seen more comments now. Community page doesn't work on iPad or iPad Pro. That's crazy. You would think they would have that fixed by now. All right, well, then I guess we'll do a video. Let's see here. So comments are flying fast. Ask again if I didn't catch your comment. I'm just going to randomly pick a few as we keep going down. So Robert says he's found that YouTube doesn't send notifications on time. I'm seeing that sometimes.
We're getting a couple comments the same.
Yeah, I'm seeing that sometimes myself. Eventually, if we can ever get good internet out here, what I'm wanting to do to help with that is do a streaming service and actually have good enough internet to use my laptop, not the phone that we're on right here. And what I can do is I can start the live stream 30 minutes early. Streaming software will allow you to put a picture and music in the background. Everybody can chit chat. So you don't see us rushing around and setting up and all that. And then that notification goes out early. So, fingers crossed that I get good internet here one of these days so we can use a laptop and a good streaming service instead of a phone. But there's things that we can do to help with the notifications in the future. Sadly, I just can't really do that right now with low internet quality and streaming off of a cell phone.
Chris is cracking me up with his comments.
Yeah, everybody keeps talking about Chris, and I'm missing the comments. What's Chris saying now?
YouTube notifies him anytime you take a break.
Yeah, every time I put me playing it, doing my snow angels and whatever, he's like, "You're not working on the house." I wonder, quit playing around and go working on the house. Hey, goodness gracious. All right. So W5 family says it's too early but not dark yet. I'm assuming you're talking about the live stream. Well, as you can see, it's getting darker sooner and sooner. It'll be getting dark around 5:45 here in a few more weeks like it does every single year. Can't stand it. Absolutely cannot stand it. Yeah, I see a lot of people talking about can't comment when you're on the TV. All right, so we'll do the giveaway for a video and then give y'all a few days to give you time to go to a phone and drop the comment on there. So Maddox asked, am I going to film my hunts this year? Absolutely. I already have been. I've already got some footage of some does and turkeys and a little buck from the other day, but I won't post any of that until I actually harvest something, and we'll put that over on our other YouTube channel, the Kelley's Outdoors. Links down in the description if you're interested in any kind of outdoor related content. But I have to have some luck. I went this weekend because it was doe weekend. Didn't see nothing. Went Friday, which was not doe weekend. Seen several deer. So it's like they always know when the season's here. But I'm going to continue to hunt this week, and starting next weekend, believe it or not, we're going to be in the 30s for several days. I think starting around Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I will definitely be doing some hunting. When you start getting in the 30s down here, which is quite cold for Florida, those deer will start running around everywhere, I guess, to stay warm. So you will potentially see some videos coming out for long if I'm lucky. Let's see here. All right, so Bible Biker Church says, hey friends, Pastor Fred here from East Tennessee. Very excited for today's spray foam video. Even sent it to his son, who's got an all-metal cabin near Ozone Falls, Tennessee. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I do remember you commenting on today's video and quite a few, so we do appreciate you watching. Let's see. Daggone, sounds like everybody watches on the big screen, huh?
Yeah, how about that? See? That's what I was talking about last night.
All right. I'm reading your comments. So let me keep reading here and find one to answer. So Norman says, Bullet does not like the time change. No, he don't. It's already nap time for him, or bedtime. So Cash says, do I like the bear rug from Amazon? Because I put out the bear video the other day, and everybody knows that I want me a bear rug that I can lay out on, pose, and watch TV in there. I wish there was a fire in front of it. I mean, that'd be manly. That'd be real manly. But he sent me a pretty ridiculous looking bear rug on Amazon that, no Cash, I have to say I didn't like it.
Oh my gosh.
Don't you send me that thing. I want a real bear rug from a bear that I caught with my bare hands.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, maybe not like that, but yeah, I want a real one. I don't want that Amazon thing. Oh, so Jonathan said he's seen a buck in his backyard today. Hey man, let me come up there and go hunting. All I got is a little 4 points down here. It ain't looking too good for me. Oh goodness. So my cluttered garage says he's up in New Jersey, which is even a little more east than us, but way up north. And he says it's darker there too right now, and he hates it. It's kind of I love this time of year, but it's miserable when it's 5 o'clock and almost dark. It's depressing.
You still got a lot to do in the day.
Yeah, there is. I mean, and like her job And my job, the way it used to be, you drive home, you leave work, you get here, and it's already dark. Then you still got chores to do. You still got cooking to do.
It feels like it's just time for bed.
I know.
Yeah.
I hate this time change. I love this season, but I hate the time change.
I mean, they were talking about keeping it. I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah, Florida voted a year or two ago to not go with the time change, but it made it up, I think, to the Senate or somewhere, and they did not approve it. Oh, I wish we could have got away from falling back. I really wish we could have. Mm-hmm. So Harrison said he didn't hear an oh crap on the bear video. Well, I was talking about that, but no, I guess you didn't hear one. Although I did say an oh crap on a recent video. That used to be something I'd say a lot. Oh crap! I don't know why. And I said it recently. I was like, oh man. Let's see here. More watching on TV. More watching on TV. Mm-hmm. I'm reading. So Arnie wants to know, what cooking oil do you use on the Blackstone?
Well, to oil the Blackstone, I use vegetable oil, and then most of the time when I cook, I use olive oil. So just extra virgin olive oil.
That's it. As soon as I'm telling you, it's very simple. As soon as you're done cooking, you have to routine yourself to even let somebody else carry the food in or put it right there on the side. Scrape it back. As it's cooling down, you done killed the flame. Vegetable oil on it. And we use shop towels, the thick blue shop towels that don't leave lint everywhere. Wipe a thin coat of oil on it, let it continue cooling down, put the top on, done. Yep. We have yet to see a single speck of rust on it. We've had it for probably a year now.
Oh yeah, I think it's been a year.
Yeah. So goodness.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Actually, I think it's been a year and a half. Didn't you get it for my birthday last year?
We might have.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so Shonda says it's bad when you go home or when you go to work and it's dark and you come home and it's dark. That's exactly right. So, child of God, do I have a tattoo? Yes, I do have a tattoo. I have a single one on my arm. I don't know what video you noticed that in because I've been mighty covered up here lately, but a lot of people probably seen that a while back when I was laid out in the pool or doing belly flops on the live stream.
Yeah.
But yes, I do have one, just a single one. It's a butterfly.
I'm
kidding. It's cherries. Oh, let's see here. All right, so Ben says, woo, you finally made a live stream. Well, welcome and thank you for chatting with us. And man, there's still a lot of people saying, yep, Roku, everything else. So that's crazy. Y'all have got to go to a phone to comment. I don't understand why YouTube's not on top of that. That's kind of disappointing because they use comments and likes and interaction to kind of promote the channel. And if a lot of people are watching on things other than the phone, well, then there's a lot less interaction. So I don't know why they haven't got that figured out. And there goes Cash with 200 thumbs up, and we'll get a belly flop. Buddy, them belly flop days are over.
Cash, I have to tell you a secret, and Chris, he did try to zap himself the other day.
I did. Why are we talking about that? Oh, let's bring the bug zapper back out. I did actually try to do it. I was like, heck with it. And it didn't do it. It didn't do it. I was going to do it. But we're not doing belly flops in a pool in wintertime, y'all. Even though it's Florida, it's not 90 degrees down here no more.
That pool is going to the dump, probably.
Yeah, that pool is going to the dump. We done wore it out. We'll get
it's got duct tape on it.
It's got duct tape
Plus,
everywhere.
Mr. Doug donated to a new pool.
Mr. Doug did donate to a new pool.
Yes.
Good old Mr. Doug. So we do need to get us a new blow-up pool, but we're hoping at some point to get us a nicer above-ground pool, like a fiberglass above-ground pool or something. So we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna have to get us another blow-up pool next spring because the one that we have, it ain't gonna make it through the winter. It's already chewed the heck up. Trust me. So Austin asked, what was the price for my pole barn? If I remember correctly, we'll go over this. Now this was many months ago. I'm sure stuff has went up even more. I think it was somewhere around 13,000. I'll really have to go back and look at the numbers, which we'll go. Right. Yeah, we'll go over all this at the end and break everything down for the house build. Now, by 13,000, I mean that was metal trusses, which I upgraded and engineered to a much thicker truss than normally comes with them. Thicker, that comes with a metal roof and ridge cap and a little bit of fascia board, stuff like that. And I went with thicker metal roof too than what normally comes in a kit. That was all the posts, and I upgraded those as well. Went with a longer post and a saltwater rated post. All the hardware, all the screws. That's kind of it. Oh, and it comes with rebar for staking them in, things like that. That's what you get for $13,000. Now the decking, the blocking, all that stuff, I had to go purchase all that on my own, and then had a crew put the actual roof and barn itself up before I started working underneath. But like I said, we'll break all that cost down later. I have no idea what the barns are now. I don't know if they're still the same, if they went up several $1,000s like everything else has, probably. But now you've got lumber dropping back down, which will help the price of the barn. But you've got steel at all-time record highs, at least down here right now, which is probably driving the price of the barn up, maybe even past the lumber. So I couldn't even tell you what they're going for right now. You can't keep up with prices from week to week anymore with all this stuff, the way it's changing rapidly. Let's see here. So HR leases, how much is in the grapple fund? I just checked the other day. It's well over $1,000. I don't remember the exact figure. I've got it saved in my phone and I can't pull that up, but I added Mr. Doug's donation to it. Now here's the thing. The grapple fund has to include two things. I've mentioned this before. Not only the price of the grapple, we're about halfway there, so that's a great thing. But I have to add hydraulics to my tractor too, a third function, which I've been quoted $1,250 on up. So there's another significant cost there. But I would really like to do, I've got the nice joystick in my tractor because it's an R model. I want to do the factory push button that allows me to keep the joystick that I have, not something that's just zip taped and wires run up the side and then some little switch somewhere. So sadly, the grapple gets a lot more expensive because I have to add a third function hydraulic valve and the switch itself. But we're getting there. We're absolutely getting there. I'm hoping next year that grapple happens.
More realistic.
I think the grapple will happen next year. But I'd say the donations have got me halfway to the actual grapple itself, minus the hydraulics. So I truly do appreciate everybody supporting for that. I really am keeping up with that. And once the fund covers it, we're getting it. We're absolutely getting it. Unless we're completely broke, then we're going to get it. I just might have to delay it just a little bit longer. All right, so Paul just jumped on from Fort Myers, Florida. Welcome. I actually heard that y'all have had a little cool snap even as far as down there. I don't know what your weather's like down in that area. And the Mikey G says, woohoo, grapple fun. And then he makes a very nice donation right behind his comment. It says, for the grapple fun. Thank you very much, sir. Everybody wants to see me get that grapple, baby.
They do.
And the dump trailer. Don't forget about dump trailer, people.
It's coming.
Dump trailers, that's
I've waited a long time for this house, so you can wait a little
Yeah, we should have started a house fund a long time ago so she can get her house because, boys, this blew our budget like crazy. Thank you very much. I'm just going to call you Mikey from here on out. I'm assuming that's your name. It's in your title. We truly do appreciate the donation. Thank you so very much for that. And HR Lee says, Daniel just got a grapple for his tractor. That's exactly right. I watched that last night and watched him cut up that tree and get it ready for firewood, basically. It's got me jonesing for a grapple so bad. Y'all don't understand. When I get these loads of firewood in and do all the cleanup, I've gotten really good with my root rake. Don't get me wrong. I've gotten where I can pin stuff against trees and curl and catch the majority of stuff. But there's always stuff falling off, always things you can't get. I can't get over a trailer and actually, pinch and pick stuff up and off. I have to use tongs or chains, get in and out of the tractor. Oh man, a grapple is just going to be a game changer for my tractor. I cannot wait to get one. That's like a must-have attachment for a tractor without a doubt. That and a set of forks. People don't realize how good a set of forks are. Not just for picking up pallets. Oh my goodness, they do so much more stuff. I use my forks on my tractor more than anything else, other than the bucket that's turned into my tool carrier somehow here recently. Can't even use my bucket anymore because it's always got tools in it, so I can carry it back and forth to the house. Yeah, and Cash says, how's the dump trailer, Duramax, diesel, mini excavator, and all these other funds going? Well, I didn't know we had a Duramax fund.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Nobody's donated that, but there's no point in even donating to it because it's going to take us about 75 years to get enough money to buy. Actually, in 75 years, them trucks will be about $500,000, so we're never going to get to the Duramax. But the Mini X, it doesn't have much, and dump trailer, I hadn't even looked at that one in a while. I'll have to pull that up. I can't remember, to be honest with you. It's been the grapple fund that really took off, to be honest with everybody. Mikey says, did I do that? I hope you meant to do that, because I don't know how to refund that. I hope you meant to make that donation. I can't refund you. I'm sorry. You're going to have to talk to YouTube about that. So Chad said, yeah, check out Daniel's recent post. I did. I watched that video last night. And I've been giving him a hard time about his new red tractor. His poor old green John Deere just don't get no love. About every time he gets rid of a sponsored tractor or somebody that's hooking him up, he starts using his John Deere and then he just shoves it to the back 40 and gets him a new shiny one. I don't blame the guy at all. I'm very happy for him. And I have been telling him he's going to love that cab tractor, especially now that it's going into winter. It is in Oklahoma. Oh my goodness. He never had a heater cab tractor. He's gonna love it. It's gonna be amazing.
Does yours have heat in it?
Heck yeah, mine's got
Okay.
heat in it, but I'm in Florida. I don't hardly ever need it.
I couldn't remember. I knew it had AC, but I couldn't remember.
I don't
if
turn
it
the
had-
heat on in that tractor unless it's
Yeah.
in the 20s or
Those
30s.
windows.
And then you'll turn it on for just a few minutes, then you kill it.
Yeah,
You're
those
done.
windows will get you plenty of heat.
Yeah, that's right. But man, he's gonna love a cab tractor. That's the way to go. Actually, I was gonna get another open station tractor like my previous John Deere, but somebody here is the one that actually talked me into going with a cab tractor. Believe it or not.
I know better. I know how you are. You change your mind about things and then you want to upgrade. So I'm like, just do it right. Do it the first time. I'm not.
That's
go
the reason
through-
why? I
Yeah.
thought it was because you were
Well,
concerned about me.
that too.
You wanted me out of the sun. You didn't want those hornets and that hornet nest getting me.
That
You wanted
too.
me protected. I thought you cared. Anyways, she was like, get the cab. I didn't want to spend the money on it. I'm so glad I got the cab. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I got the cab. So Bat Creek Cabin asked a relatively popular question I've got a few times. Why don't I leave my tools in the house instead of hauling them back and forth? I've started to more and more, but honestly, it's just, there's a lot of money in that bucket, especially when you look at all those DeWalt tools and batteries and everything. There's thousands of dollars before you realize it. And while theft hasn't been a problem around here, it's always in the back of your mind that somebody could just walk out there and pluck your tools. Now, with that said, that's something that's been on my mind a lot. You're going to see a video this week where we might have beefed up a little bit of security around the property to help with that. Excuse me.
But not only that, climate.
Yeah, climate. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't leave my tools out there until the house is sealed up with moisture and all, but I don't want my tools walking off, to be perfectly honest with you. And like I said, that's just hasn't been a big deal around here. Yeah, there's theft, there's problems, things like that. It's just not a big common occurrence in our area. But like I said, you'll see a video this week where I've beefed up a little bit of security around here, and I do feel more comfortable about leaving things out. So we'll leave it at that. I don't want to spoil the video for y'all. So Rehab Life says when you're working, the 60s is a nice comfy temperature. That's exactly right. Welcome to Florida. So in the mornings, it's in the 40s. I'm wearing a jacket. I'm freezing. And then by 10, 11, you're stripping your jacket off. You're sweating. By the afternoon, you're burning the heck up, and you're thinking about doing belly flops in the pool. Welcome to Florida. But it actually does feel good out here right now. It says it's 65 degrees in the shop, so I don't know if it's a little cooler outside. It probably is. Looks like we're heading back toward the 50s pretty quick. So it feels awesome. I love it. So Chad said, what? Andrew changes his mind? Never.
You must know him, Chad.
Yeah, I think everybody knows me because I air all my dirty laundry on this dadgum channel. I don't know why I do. So Philip says, have you used a drone for an aerial view of the whole property? Absolutely. Watch some of my older videos and
We have a video.
property tour video.
Yeah, property tour.
So search our channel for the Kelley's Country Life and put property tour, and you'll see that video where I did some aerial imagery, looking over the property, gave you a whole tour. So it'll give you a general overview. But yes, a lot of my older videos had aerial stuff in it. Then when the government started getting really strict about drone regulations, I kind of stopped all of it until I can get my pilot's license. It's still a gray area on YouTube and iffy if it's even needed, but I've kind of killed it for now. I'm going to bring the drone imagery back
I
one
like
day.
the drone on the video.
I like the drone too. It takes a heck of a lot of extra time, and it's something people got to realize. To pull it out, get everything charged up, to get another phone out, to go fly around, make sure you got the recordings, and to edit all that in, it adds a lot of time to a video. So it's something I definitely can't add to every video, but occasionally, yeah, I plan on bringing that back for sure. So Marshall says, hey, he's checking in. Welcome, Marshall.
Hello.
Stay around if you want to. And Robert asked if I'm going to read my instruction manuals next time I get a new tool. Probably not. I'm a man, and that's what I do. So the last new DeWalt tool I got, well, before the last one, I've been using it a while, and I like it. And I realized it
I
had,
saw it.
yeah, it had three settings.
Yeah.
And it works a whole lot better when you don't have it on the low setting. A whole
It'd be
lot
nice
better.
if you read the instructions, right?
Man, I felt like a dummy because some other tools have that, but I thought that was a light switch button down there because a lot of my drills and stuff, that switch down there is to turn light intensity up. Well, I don't care about all that. I realized that was a power intensity button. It's bad now. It's awesome. So to help prevent theft, post warnings all over your property. Warning: this is Hungry Blackberry Sanctuary. Isn't that the truth? But with some of the people I know around here, they'd come looking for them a bearskin rug too, and it might attract the wrong type of people. So Mike Miller says, "Hey, you finally got here. Welcome." Let's see here. So that's crazy. Miss Deborah says they're in Nebraska and it's 69. Yeah, I'm looking over at 65 right now in Florida. That's nuts. That in Nebraska they're warmer than us.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and like I said, we're going to be at 30s in the week, but y'all are going to get the cold front before us. I bet y'all are going to be in 20s, teens, or even colder. They're talking about snow further places up. So y'all are going to beat us by the end of the week, but we are going to be in the 30s next weekend, which is still pretty wild for November for us. Typically, we don't see 30s and potential close to frost until December or even January.
Should I put some more wood on the fire?
Yeah, you can. You might as well go ahead and fire the old Blackstone up too. Look at that thing warming up. So Ben asked, what is Tiffany cooking tonight?
I'm cooking Philly steak and cheese on the Blackstone.
And it's not just any Philly steak and cheese. We went to a special place that gets, whole ribeyes out of Arkansas. And they have the best steaks with the best fat, best marbling in them anywhere. And we got them to shave down ribeyes. We've never went this fancy before on Philly steaks. I'm so looking forward to it. So I'm sure she's got some other twists. I seen her grabbing some peppers out of the garden and stuff today. So we'll see what all she whips up with it right there. So Harrison says he's setting a Kubota mini excavator today and said that he for sure needs that thing. I for sure need that thing too. God, I want a mini excavator so bad. Y'all have no idea. I got so many stumps I could dig up, trails I could clear out, a pool I want to dig for down the road. Oh man, I'd probably even try to put in my own septic if I had one. Oh, I'd love a mini excavator. Problem is, they're outrageously expensive. Oh my goodness. So Rehab Life said he had him a WTF moment when his multi-tool suddenly got a whole lot faster. Who knew there was a speed setting? Who would think that there's a speed setting on a variable speed tool? I would think low, high. It would be in the trigger. Well, no, there's 3 different settings for it as well. So, see, I'm not the only one. So Arnie says, can I fly the drone inside the house? I could, but I'm not that good. I would probably bang that thing around and tear it up immediately. And I have a relatively expensive drone that I don't really want to do that with. It's not an old cheap knockoff. Tiffany says no. So there you go. So 1B Turner asked, where do we get the meat? There is a place up. It is a little old Jiffy store, believe it or not, in Waukena. Crazy names right here. A lot of old Indian names. But Waukena has nothing other than a dollar store and a little Jiffy store. And there's a guy in the back that will cut steaks, whatever you want. Like I said, typically we cut them 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. He'll have some out front. Don't get those. Tell them to go pull you a whole roast out of the back, cut you whatever you want. I'm telling you, it is some of the best steaks ever. Everybody around here drives to that little old Jiffy store because, like I said, he gets them from Arkansas. It's not local grown, but I don't know what that farmer's doing up in Arkansas, but man, he fattens the cows up perfectly. Go there. So Harrison says that Mini X was $80,000. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Not for me. Oh my goodness. I would have to have a business to justify that. There's no way digging out stumps and playing around the property I could justify an $80,000 excavator unless Kubota just wants to donate one to the channel one day, and I don't foresee that happening anytime soon. So Shauna brings up a point that we are honestly working towards. We really are. She says she loves seeing Tiffany cook. She definitely needs her own cooking channel. She does. I think it would be popular. We don't want to do another cooking. We watch a lot of cooking channels. Let me go ahead and put that out there. I watch a lot of country cooking channels and Louisiana cooking channels. She watches a lot on YouTube as well. But a lot of them try to act fancy, nice kitchens, really nice outdoor kitchens, all that stuff. We would love to do a simple home cooking channel that is more relatable. Cooking on an old cheap Weber grill, on the old basic Blackstone you got from Walmart, cooking outside. She does tremendous meals in the Instapot. She could do a whole channel just on Instapot meals. The girl's got that thing figured out, and they're super quick meals. That would be appealing to everybody. We are going to work toward a cooking channel here down the road. We've got to get it to where the house is a little more out of the way. She's not getting home at 6 o'clock every afternoon, and we've got time to actually film and do some of this stuff. And honestly, I said we don't want to fancy the channel up, but cooking in an old processing room that I built out here in my shop probably isn't the most appealing. But if we can get the house built and actually have a standard kitchen or cook outside, what we really want to do, we're going to start one of those channels. It's been a big enough request. We're going to do it. So Mitch Mark asked which drone I use. I have the old DJI Spark. I wish I had the new Mavic Mini 2. Had a subcontractor the other day that had one. That's the perfect one. It's got like twice the battery life of mine. That's the only thing I don't like about my Spark. It's compact, lightweight, flies just as far as I need it to, but the battery does not last long. And the newer models take care of that. Problem is I'm heavily invested in the one that I have now, a lot of extra batteries and accessories, and there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm gonna keep flying it until I eventually wreck it one day, which I hope is not soon. Yep, J County Outlaws says Walker's. I forgot to tell you the name of that little Jiffy store in Walkena, Walker's Bar. That's exactly right. So Mikey says the ribeye prices around there are $25 a pound. We'd quit eating steak. I'm already not happy about $16 a pound around here. That makes me not want to eat steak. And then whenever you go find it for cheaper at certain places, it's not good quality cuts. I mean, it's basically sirloin. So Uncle Tim says Cowboy Kent Rollins is his favorite cooking channel. That is one of my favorite as well. I haven't watched a lot of his recent stuff, but I even bought his cookbook. I love Cowboy Kent Rollins. That dude talks good. He's funny. Good Southern cooking, even though he lives up north. I love his channel. Absolutely do. And then there's a lot of Louisiana cooking channels too that I like. Those people know how to cook over there now. They absolutely know how to cook. Jay asked another very popular question. Any wild hogs in our area? There absolutely is, all around us. However, on this property for the 8 years that we've owned it, for some weird reason, there's just never been any hogs. I've only ever seen one. And I think it's because all the black bears that we have around here. I think they keep them run off. That's the only thing that I can come up with. Because we have swamps to the north, we have the right habitat for them. We just don't ever see them. Let's see here. So Levi says we need more cinematic intros. People have been hitting me up about building an intro, and I'm kind of thinking about doing that. That's something I'm going to work on here before long. So I'm starting to see a lot of people talk about drones now. Sparks. I see J County Outlaws has the Mavic Mini 2. That's the one I'd love to have, maybe one day. Just stay under now. So Robert asked, what are the plans with the pole barn that we stay under now, where the camper is? That one, it actually has big plans. I'm telling y'all, we got a lot of stuff to build on the channel. So once the house is done, we'll actually get one of the trailers out of there. That's my father's. The camper's going to get sold, so that clears out a lot of room under there. The vehicles are not going to be underneath, so I get half my barn back right there. We're going to shift everything down for storage. Then the last 2 bays down there are probably going to get concrete slabbed in. We're going to build a little tack room down there. Tiffany planned on having a 2-horse stall at the end, and we'll also build a little shed down there, like I say, for my garden tools and hand tools and things like that. So relatively big plans for it in the future. Dang, Mikey says he has 362 acres in Middle Tennessee. Boy, I'd love to have that much property. Sounds like he has a feral hog problem as well. So Bo Gator says Bullet looks like he'd make a good squirrel dog. He makes a good lap dog. That's what he's been raised and bred for, a lap dog, thanks to my wife. That little dog right there wouldn't have a clue how to act out there in the woods, prance around in the mud. He thinks he likes to be out there, but he don't. He'd get bored real quick. I used to have a little, what was it? Oh, a little dog back in the day, Rambo. I think he was a little terrier. That dog was an absolute squirrel dog. He'd run to the tree, look up, let you know if there was one there. That was a crazy squirrel dog. I love that little dog. I ain't seen him since I was a kid. You ready?
Not ready.
All right. I'm going to keep answering your questions. This is the part of the show where we're going to go over to the Blackstone. Tiffany's going to do a little cooking. Bear with me. Whoa. All right, you chill out, little man. Yeah, that thing's already broke anyways. All right.
Okay.
What we got going on?
I'm gonna start with the onions and peppers and mushrooms over here.
Oh, my.
And we cooked bacon on this earlier.
We did. Look at all the grease. We fried up
there's
bacon for something else
A lot
there.
of good bacon grease.
That's
on
right.
there.
Don't clean that off. That's how you cook. If everybody grew up like me, Mom always kept an old coffee cup with some old bacon grease and lard in it. You take your old dollop of that, throw it on the stove next time you go to cook something. That'll put hair on your chest. I'm reading y'all's comments. Bear with me. So Brandon asked, have I killed any nice bucks on this property? Believe it or not, no. There is a tremendous amount of hunting pressure all around me. Occasionally you'll see a decent buck that'll move through, especially this time of year now that the rut is starting to kick on. But there's not many people around me that actually manage deer, so we kind of just hunt more for meat than anything. To be perfectly honest with you, if I don't shoot me a deer and let it walk, trying to let it get big, it's just going to walk somewhere else and get shot. So Cash asked, are we okay on our cow camp seasoning that he keeps hooking us up with? Yes, Cash. Buddy, you've hooked us up enough to last us for 6 months. We're good. So Papa A said bacon grease is gold. He still uses a cup for his bacon grease, man. That's all I remember as a child. Mom would keep it on the stove or stick it in the refrigerator. Get you a dollop, throw it in the pan, go to cooking. And that ain't nothing but bacon grease that you're seeing right there. So, A Outdoors asked, will we have a flagpole in our yard somewhere? I do believe we will. Once we get dug up for the septic out here and get all that figured out, I think a flagpole would be awesome to go right where the septic is to mark it, and so somebody doesn't drive over the septic. And maybe we'll do a little flower bed area there. So that might be something that we do in the future right there. Mark says not everybody wants hair on their chest. Oh man, come on. That's manly, man. Your woman needs something to run her fingers through. Or to gag over. Hey, goodness gracious. Yeah, everybody says bacon grease, yum. And Chris has yet to say cheese. Are we going to hook?
There's some cheese coming.
All right, Chris, if you're still on, we're hooking you up tonight. We got cheese for you.
We are actually going to be doing some smashed, not mashed, but smashed potatoes.
Oh, that's right. She's trying something new tonight that I've never heard of, but should work out good.
Kind of similar to those burritos we did.
Yep. So Robert says he messaged me about getting inspected and what happened if you don't. I heard that up in New Hampshire, the only thing that needs inspected is the septic system. That's exactly right. There's all kinds of crazy stuff all across the country. Now, lots of inspections required here, including septic. We're kind of the normal to where most everything has to get inspected. Now, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. That is shaved. Oh, shaved top choice ribeye.
Yes.
Look at all the fat and marbling. Yes, sir. That's the good stuff. Chris says, you missed it. Cheese. We talked about the cheese. Yeah, I know. It does look like a lot. And it kind of is a lot. Hey, I'm
separated it.
I'm tired of caring what these people think. We're going to eat.
This is for 4 sandwiches, though.
Yeah, well, that sure enough should fit 4 sandwiches.
Yeah.
But it's going to shrivel up. Hey, don't judge us people. We eat how we want to eat. God bless America. The percentage of men that sleep nude, 19%. The percentage of women that wish they didn't, 90%. So Jay asked, when am I going to grow my own bacon? We have talked about that, but I'm not so sure hogs will be in our future for the fact that they would have to go somewhere out here where all the animals are going to go. And this time of year, you get a good north wind. And I don't know that I want to smell hogs up there.
We'll probably just purchase our pork.
Yeah, we may purchase it, or we may find somewhere else to do a hog pen. We'll look at it in the future. I would like to have some for the fact that you can kind of go feed them whatever. So John says, what you're making looks awesome. We are making ribeye Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. We finally splurged on some good stuff. And Cash says, I got more hair on my chest than my head. That's exactly right, but that's by choice, buddy. Man, y'all are hitting me up about that flagpole. Van Life Crystal says you need a Kelley's Country Life flag for the new flagpole.
Yeah.
I think we'll stick with the good old red, white, and blue. We might put one underneath it.
Well, we can have a couple flags on that.
Yeah, we could. Rare steaks, real man's meal. Absolutely. So Arnie asks, how wide is this Blackstone? I think this is the 36-inch model, right? It was the
36 or 38.
No, it wasn't 38. It's 32 or 36. I think it's 36. It was the widest one that they offered in the non-pro version, which I think the pro version is also 36. So Tim says pigs don't smell if you raise them right. I guess that's if you don't leave them wallering in mud and everything else. Poo. So Kevin says you could always hunt hogs. That's exactly right. But however, our wild hogs don't have much fat on them, and they do not make very good bacon, to be perfectly honest. And wild hog fat does not taste good.
All right, so I have some of this here. I'm going to try it for the first time. One of our viewers recommended this as well.
That's right, the Blackstone cheesesteak.
All right, it's a little clumpy, so I'm going to...
Oh, Lord.
Yep,
Careful taking that top off. Yes, sir. That looks delicious. Blackstone cheesesteak seasoning. Let's see how this works out.
We love our seasoning.
Yep. Cash is getting tape measure out. I was already thinking about that, actually.
All right, a little bit of Cash seasoning here.
Yep.
Some cow
See,
camp.
yeah, he just asked, do we need
Lightly.
more?
Oh, yeah, I had to cut back on it.
Yeah, it's pretty salty, Cash, so we did have to cut back on it. But see, we're still on the first tiny bottle, but we've about wore it out, and then we'll get into the big one. So Van Life with Crystal works at Lowe's, and she said that's a 36 for sure. So see, there we go. And they're a big Blackstone dealer. I'm quite certain that is the 36.
Sounds right.
Oh, yes, sir. That steak is almost done.
Yep.
You don't overcook no ribeye.
Yeah, let me go ahead and put it down.
Mosquitoes are out. All right, y'all got any more questions? Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and look at the food.
So what are your plans this week?
Don't put me on the spot. Well, we're going to try to get some windows in that house over there. Hopefully the doors show up this week. I want to start getting holes plugged before that next cold front comes through. Now that we have foam out there, I do not want to get much moisture in the house, but I still have all the windows plastic wrapped. And let's see here. If we can get all that knocked out, we'll jump on siding on the back side, soffits, and eventually we're going to work toward getting this side painted so we can do gutters and downspouts. I cannot wait to do that. So Leslie asked, where do you get all your recipes from?
I look on YouTube, but mainly Pinterest.
Pinterest.
I love Pinterest.
Yep. Husband's worst nightmare, Pinterest. Hey, can you make me this? I found these pictures. So Cash says, any more wood splitting videos? Cash, you may be in luck. It's not quite what you're thinking, but remember that pile of wood that everybody kept asking about that is now gone? That video will be out very soon. And I have a special project on that one that I think y'all are really going to enjoy.
All right, we're going to get ready for these smashed potatoes.
Smashed potatoes. Not mashed potatoes, smashed potatoes. We might have just invented something new. Oh my, oh my. That looks so good. Yeah, that's easily going to make 4 sandwiches. I think that's going to make like 8 sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's all right. We are not wasting that.
We're not.
Never. Sadly, all we got is little hoagie buns. We need some big ones for that.
It's so far to go to our grocery stores in our towns
It
here,
is.
so you have to kind of make do with what you have around.
So Chris just jumped on. Welcome. We are doing a little cooking here to wrap up this live stream, but we'll answer any questions that you have. Cash says we need to do another smoking video. You're exactly right. And Ben asked, am I going to be doing the gutters myself? I am not, because I'm a huge believer in seamless gutters. That's what I had put here. That's a gigantic, like 6-inch gutter. It's got a nice design in it, but there is 0 seams in it and only a cap on each end. So no leaks, none of that cheap vinyl, plastic stuff that'll crack with time. And I'm going to get me a full 70-foot gutter put up. And that is not something, obviously, I can go pick up and haul myself. So the truck will come out here. I'll see if he's okay with me recording it. And they roll it off of a big spool of aluminum in the back of the truck, press it right out through a die, and they have to hold it and carry it out here. It's a pretty neat process. It's not cheap, but gutters, I want quality gutters. I want them done right, and I don't want leaks everywhere, or gutters I got to tear down every few years because they were vinyl or plastic. What on earth did you just do?
All right. Let me get this out of my way, and then I'll show you.
All right. Well, there's you some cheese, Chris. I don't know what's going on here. Looks like we're going to get some more burnt cheese.
I do probably a pound of that.
Yeah.
Easily.
We might have overdid when I asked for 2 pounds of shaved steak.
Overdue is what you do.
Overdue is what I do. Chris said, don't forget to feed us kids first. You got to earn it.
All right, here's where the bacon came into play earlier.
So here's our nice healthy meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the bacon that we fried up earlier. Oh my. And then she's already got pre-cooked potatoes. So they're nice and soft.
Yeah, away.
Boo, bullet. Oh, crumb snatcher. Get out of here. So check this out. Let's see how this is going to work. Better hit that cheese burn. Steak breakfast burritos tomorrow, says Cash. That actually sounds awesome. Put that in a big tortilla. All right, look at here. Just making stuff up on the fly. So John says he just wanted to shout out to you. Enjoy our videos. Thank you so much, John, for jumping on and telling us that. So John, another John, says, after excluding hunting, fishing, and cooking, where do you see the channel going after the house is finished? I see the channel turning into a lot more of a homesteading channel then. That's when we're going to get back to actually developing the property. Building animal pens, getting animals. I'm really excited about that. From farm dogs to goats to chickens to everything. Maybe extending the garden, starting to do a little more self-sufficiency and providing stuff for ourselves. That's really where I want the channel to head. And then we're going to have projects all along the way, including more house additions and projects. But it's going to be more about the country lifestyle, without a doubt. Look at this right here. My, oh my. Should you cut that in half and flip it over? No. You don't think so?
No.
Don't think
I mean, we'll have our individual servings.
All right.
Yes, well, it's just really browning the cheese at this point. Everything else is already cooked, so I'll take that in just a little bit.
My, oh my. So God Bless America says, how many downspouts? I think I'm only going to need 3 because this is a 50-foot building here. He only put me 2 downspouts, and it covers it no problem. Absolutely no problem. Now, there is a little more roof over there on the porch side. We could have to go 4 over there, but this side should only need 3.
All right, so we're pretty much done here. I just have to assemble our sandwiches after we get ready. So let that cheese melt for a minute, and we are good to go.
Yeah. So Mikey asked, I think I'm going to get 6-inch gutters, Mikey. That's what I have over here, and I've never once seen them overflow. Never. Even like those weeks we were getting 17 inches of rain. Have you fried eggs over easy on the Blackstone? Asked Arnie.
Yes.
Yep. She likes those. I like scrambled eggs.
Perfect on the Blackstone. Oh, look at that.
And John says we need bigger rolls for the sandwiches.
I know.
I agree. It's so far to drive for bread because we live way out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh my goodness. I love burnt cheese, y'all. Crispy burnt cheese is my favorite.
Here, use this one.
Yeah, that's got the cover on it. Don't forget, it's got the knife. You could actually put it down and probably cut. Yeah.
It don't do it.
I know.
As good as cutting it from the side here. making a mess though. I'll probably just cut it once I get it off.
Yeah, might as well flip them on over so the cheese quits cooking. Ooh, Mikey says a greenhouse. Yep, I do. I want a high tunnel in the future is what I'm thinking about doing. Cash asked how Patches is doing. Well, Patches was actually, believe it or not, Cash, Patches was starting to warm up to us. The other night, he come and sat right here while we was outside enjoying a fire, and it got dark. And me and that little man and Tiffany were sitting by this fire, and Patches snuck up behind here, and Bullet figured that out and chased Patches so far out of the yard once he found out there was a cat here, and we haven't seen Patches since. Patches is gone.
Back home where he belongs.
Yeah, Bullet run the heck out of him. So there is our smashed potatoes. I'm really curious to try that with my favorite burnt cheese.
All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up so I can get this stuff off here.
Alrighty. Well, guys, I think we are going to wrap up so we can clean up and start getting ready to have us a fire, a meal, and enjoy ourselves. So thank y'all. There we go. Thank y'all so much for chatting with us tonight. Thank you so much for the donations, for the, spending your time with us. It means the world to us. Hopefully y'all are managing the time change okay. And, one more look at our ribeye Philly cheesesteaks. I'm about to tear that up. So y'all have a blessed night. Thank y'all so much. We truly do appreciate it. A lot of videos is coming this week. A little different ones and some house videos coming. Y'all take care. Stay safe. God bless.
Bye.
See you. Take care.